Yo, what up, y'all? Today I'm be showing you how to make vocal samples, even if you're not confident in your singing abilities. Like, I get it, we're producers first, and everything that comes along with it is a plus. But one thing you do need to take in is that your vocal cords are also an instrument. They can play all the notes that your synth can. They can do riffs and runs like your synth. They can do phrases like your synth. Just take that into consideration and try not to overthink it. Like, you really don't need to be good at singing. Like, honestly, we have so many tools nowadays where we could turn nothing into something, if you know what I mean. So let's just get into it. This method that I'm about to show you, I used it in this sample. Okay, this is how the vocals started out, and I recorded them on my mic, which is back there. I don't know if you can see it. You can even do this on your voice memos app, but the workflow might be a little slower that way. But if you don't have a mic, you could always do it on the voice memo, and then you send it to yourself. And there already have been a lot of background noise. So what I went into Edit and Audio Editor, and you want to go to like the parts where it's really noisy, select it, and then you're gonna go to this brush tool, and you're gonna put Acquire Noise Profile. And then once you do that, you're gonna zoom out. Control A to select the whole audio form, and then you're gonna go back to the tool brush, and you're gonna put accept. Pretty much just gonna get all the noise out for the most part. So it sounds a lot cleaner in my opinion, but completely dry, no autotune, nothing. So yeah, they're gonna sound a little rough at first. After you get that new audio clip with the noise removed, just drag it in. Boom, you got the new one. You could either use Newtone or Autotune plugin. This one you have to manually do it and manually pick the notes to whatever key that your sample is in. If you put the center all the way up and the variation all the way down, it's going to be a super robotic sound. Depending on your scale and your key, you can manually put the notes. This gives it a more real feel, and like there's actually a good singer behind it. The Autotune might give you a more robotic feel. That one is a lot quicker and easier to do. But if you don't have Autotune, you can do this Newtone. And even if you don't own it because you have the trial version, I haven't purchased Newtone yet, I don't really use it. Once you got everything in your scale, pitched everything correctly, you can always just add Edison to your master and record it into Edison this way and play it. But for this one, I used Autotune, and this makes it super easy for my workflow. I literally just route it, put the key it's in, and then for this one, you want to put the retune speed as low as you can and the humanize all the way up. If your vocals are super butchered and like you really feel like you can't sing, I recommend using the Newtone because you can manually pitch it and it won't give a robotic effect trying to retune it to the correct key with Autotune, if you know what I mean. And then what I did to make it not sound like my voice, I use Sound ID Voice AI. It's actually free. I think it works pretty good in my opinion. They have different singers you can choose from. You can choose from men, you can choose from women, from pop singers to indie singers. And you also have like a talk box on here. They even have acoustic drums. You could do like a little beatboxing action on there, and I might try that for another video. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds pretty cool. But yeah, so for this one, I think I chose Hazel, female adult, warm, clear, mixed voice. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna click this and then play it so it captures the whole vocals. And then after you do that, it has right here captured audio, how long it is, and then you can go ahead and start processing it here. And then once you process it, it's gonna play back here, but it's actually not saved yet. What you have to do after that is you have to get Edison on your master channel, start from the beginning, and record the whole audio. And then once you do that, drag it out, and then you can start processing it. The way I usually go about processing these vocals, I start with a compressor because most of the time they're at different dB levels. So I just peak reduction all the way up. Boom, 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 boom. Not all the way up, my bad, like at 40, sometimes 60 if the volumes really vary. And so you're gonna get a nice leveled sound here. And then what I like to do is I like to add origin. It gives it like a little vintage feel, but I put it on like a very subtle one so it's not too much. Turn the reel to reel down. Because with these vocals, they're really not going to be the headliner, obviously, because there's going to be a rapper or a singer, artist, whatever, on the beat. So you don't want it to take up the whole spectrum. I like to start by EQing. I get the lows out and a lot of the highs too. Just dampen the highs right here for now. And then I also like to have a harsh EQ right here on about 5K and 500. Now I'm gonna add some reverb, slight reverb for now, and then we could add more later. Then from there, I like to add the tape preset on Fruity Delay 3. This I feel like really does it. Put the wet a little bit down on the input. And when you're recording these vocals, you really don't want to say like too much words, maybe a word here and there or a phrase here and there, but really you kind of just want to hum it. If you just hum shit, it sounds good. And if you just simplify it, it sounds good. Just hit a note or two and it's gonna sound good. You can even just like use one of these microphones because you don't need high quality. That's the whole point of it, is to make it low quality so it sounds like sampled, you know what I mean? But yeah, so, and what I like to do with my vocals, I like to pan them so they're not in your face and they're kind of like floating around. Little bonus tip to make it sound a little more like cheap, a little more sampled. You can get a little towel filter, turn on the volume automation, just smooth out the corner so it doesn't pop, and turn it really low. Because when producers actually sample vinyl, it's not a consistent, perfect audio wave. There's gonna be like little dust speckles on there that's gonna give it like kind of like a, you know, if you know, you know. But in my opinion, what really makes it like sound sampled, format shifting and changing the key. So right here, we're gonna change the mode to Stretch Pro. And my sweet spot for the format shifting is about like -400 cents. Like that's really what does it for me, is the format shifting. Like it really is the best final touch. Yeah, but that's really all I do to get vocals in my sample. It's really that simple. Like, don't overthink it. I know it's gonna be hard at first. I definitely used to suck at it before. From years of learning, that's what I've got. Let me know if y'all have actually any more tips in the comments. Don't be afraid to criticize me. But yeah, just make sure you chop and arrange them to go perfectly with your sample or your beat. Because if it's too cluttered, you don't want too many vocals at once or just right after one another. You want it to complement the other instruments, and you want it to be kind of like a call and respond. But yeah, that's it. Hope y'all enjoy. Let me know what other stuff y'all want to see. I got more crazy videos coming for y'all. Just stay tuned. And love you. Thanks for watching.